Good afternoon, Internet. Good afternoon, viewers, subscribers, whatever your time zone is, wherever you're watching us from. It is indeed a good afternoon here with a little bit of snow showers. But you can see me pushing on my windshield. Snow showers was like 1 inch, maybe inch and a half of snow this morning, and the roads are clear, and it's just about time now for people to go about their daily things. Having said that, viewers, subscribers, online viewers, wherever you are, subscribe to my channel. I am Tinarapi. Those who have subscribed to date, I'm immensely grateful, and I will thank you, because you're the reason why I keep doing what I'm doing. Now, having said that, viewers, yesterday late night I released a video about the Ugandan elections. We are still at the Ugandan elections. What's coming out of Uganda is that the 7th time Museveni was elected president of Uganda, a landlocked country sandwiched between Kenya, Congo, Rwanda, and Burundi. There is no comments so far about the election just declared in Uganda by Yoweri Museveni. It was a coronation, it was not an election, a coronation, a charade, that's what we call it. The internet is still out in Uganda. Up to last night when the tabulation was going on, most people had no access to the internet. So the internet was knocked out by Museveni and his cronies. Now, we have had bad dictators. People with bad manners. We have had people with a dark past. Talking about people like Samia Suluhu, Museveni, and that ilk. These are all people with bad manners all the time. They are bad all through. They have to be in power by all means. For them, power means anything. It doesn't matter who they step on the toes, who they kill, who they name, and who they cross lines with. These are people with bad manners all the way. Now, we don't know what Museveni has not done for Uganda for the last 40 years that he's been in power, that he's willing to do now that he has no energy. If you look at Museveni walking, he's like a child learning to walk. You know, he's old and frail and doesn't look like, you know, he's in very, very good health. Occasionally I see him running. You know, he'd split from his desk to wherever, but that doesn't tell us anything. Fact is, the man is 81 years old. He's been at the helm of Uganda since 1986 until now. You know, what is it that you have not done in Uganda that you wish to achieve, Museveni? This is the question. This is the question. So, a lot of disturbing reports they're coming out of Uganda, and with the military barricading the whole areas of voting, and tanks and police presence and death squads intimidating people who are of the contrary opinion. But for how long are you gonna do this? One day your day is gonna come, and you leave all that you fought all these years to protect. You know, that is what I don't understand about human thinking sometimes. What goes on through the head of these people? You know, how much wealth that you want to acquire, and for how long you live with that wealth or enjoy that wealth. You know, tomorrow somebody else is gonna take charge of Uganda, and he'll clean up everything that Museveni acquired, because it's believed that it was acquired in unscrupulous ways. Not only Museveni, but all these African presidents who just steal from the public coffers, you know, along with their cronies, and they own choppers and helicopters all across. You're not gonna be buried with all this kind of wealth. These are material things that you're gonna leave right here, and tomorrow or day after, somebody else will seize them and give them to the public. Because how do you explain acquiring maybe 10 choppers in 3 years? What kind of business are you doing that only gives you money and not anybody else? You know? So these are the conflicting factors that need to be confronted head on, and at some point in time need to be faced head on. I am not afraid to speak, because I don't steal, and I've not stolen anything from anybody. But those people who have taken what does not belong to them, they know themselves, and they know what they've taken. We don't need to mention names, but there will come a time they will be called upon to account for whatever they own, including how many people they killed, intimidated, maimed, and all that. So for today, it's good for Museveni. Intimidate everybody, use tanks, deploy police, and all that. it's gonna come a time he's not gonna be able to do that, and then we can go for each and everything. We can go for each and everything that he owns illegally. So therefore, watch this space. This game is not done and is not over until it's over. You can steal from us today, steal from the Ugandan people, turn off internet, kill people, intimidate, and declare yourself president. That doesn't mean anything. You are not going to be buried with the presidency. At some point, you will go and leave the country in the hands of other people. Those people will need to look at how you led them, what you stole from the public, how many people you killed, including the illegal incarceration of the man who was Museveni's doctor for the longest time, the guy who's still held in prison right now, Kiza Bizige. What do you want to do with Kiza? Leave Kiza alone. Let Kiza go. You know, Kiza is not a threat no more. But in 70 shadows, even when he sees shadows, he sees Kiza, he sees Bobi Wine. I'm really done with these African leaders who come out here and portray a picture that people want them. Nobody wants you. You know, you're only stealing the votes by yourself. But it's not that people want you. If people were to be asked genuinely, what have you not done for them for the last 40 years that you've been in power? So viewers, this is a sad state of affairs. The elections of Uganda still continuing being a dark side of our history that we cannot forget, and that we'll call it the way it is. These are sham elections. They are a coronation. This is a charade. There was no election in Uganda. So therefore, don't think that you've convinced anybody by declaring yourself or the Electoral Commission that you won the Ugandan election. You won nothing. Were it not for stealing day and night of the security agencies, intimidating the poll, the head of the poll stations, arm twisting everyone, there's no way Museveni could have won. I don't think the people of Uganda are so much in love with this dictator that they could elect him for the 7th time. What is it done for Uganda? Nothing. Uganda continue being a poor landlocked country with nothing at all to show. You know? So what is this man been doing for the last 40 years around? What else is left for him to do? You know? So this continues being a very, very disturbing scenario emerging out of an African continent. And like I have always opined on this platform, that in Africa there is no elections that are carried on. It is just coronations that happen. People sit in the room and they agree this is what we're gonna do. A few people, not even a lot of people, a few people. You know, until there is true revolution in Africa to reject leaders of this kind of ideology, to say no to coronations, to say no to dictatorship, to say no to corruption and red tapeism, nepotism, and all these things. They need to be rejected with the strongest terms. So until that is done, Africa, we are still enslaved. Because you only sing to a tune of one man, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Recently we saw Suluhu in Tanzania doing the same nonsense, fearful of an electoral vote, you know. So this is what we have to say, and we'll have to call it the way it is, and we'll continue calling it. Our conscience is very clear. And our mind is very clear. We'll continue calling these elections a coronation, not elections. This was a coronation, a charade. That's what they were. We are going to make this video brief, and shortly we'll come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this short video, and we'll be back again later tomorrow morning with yet another video. But for now, leave it here, guys. All right, thank you, and have a nice day.